So I have my markers showing me exactly where my fold stitch is, and that top stitch is going to match the very top of my tubular bind off. So I'm not going to be working with that stitch at all. That's just to show me exactly how to get this down into the neckline where I need it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten it for a minute, and I'm going to look at that stitch, and I'm going to look on the wrong side, and I'm going to go one down from that stitch right here. And I'll take that tail and I'll just leave it over here for weaving in and hiding later. And then on this side, I'm going to look at this row of stitches and I'm going to whip stitch right into the next row down here. Draw it through. So those are my first two stitches, and when I pull it, when I adjust the tension later, it should match up perfectly. So now I'm just going to go down one and then again, drawing through, going down one again into here, and then gonna move this so you can see. And the edge stitches on the knits are a little tricky to get into sometimes, especially if you're using like a slightly larger blunter needle like I am, but it's worth it to just get that one edge. I'm gonna go down one, and into that outer leg. Now, a lot of people ask me, why do I seam so loosely? And I have a really great reason for this. The reason that I seam so loosely is because once it's tight, it's much harder to go back and change. But also when you're seaming more loosely, you can adjust the tension of the seam at the very end of all your seaming to perfectly match the knitted fabric that you've created, so that the seam gives with the same amount of stretch that the knitted fabric does, which means that the seam is going to last longer and it's going to wear better over time, because when you have seams of two different tensions kind of fighting each other, one of them will eventually get worn out faster. So as you can see, I'm going to do that all the way down my ribbing.